How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to TSM to Advent 22 Part 9, where today we're talking about Jennifer Lawrence being an absolute fucking clown. So for those of you who aren't aware, very recently Jennifer Lawrence was doing an interview with Viola Davis where she said the following. I remember when I was doing Hunger Games. Nobody had ever put a woman in the lead of an action movie, because it wouldn't work, we were told. Girls and boys can both identify with a male lead, but boys cannot identify with a female lead. And then addressing Viola Davis directly, it couldn't have been more wrong. It just makes me so happy every single time I see a movie come out that just blows through every single one of those beliefs and proves that it is just a lie to keep certain people out of the movies, to keep certain people in the same positions that they've always been in. It's just amazing to watch it happen and watch you at the helm. Right, so we're just gonna completely gloss over so many amazing films that have come out before you. So if it is truly to be believed that Jennifer Lawrence is the trailblazer she's claiming to be, then I guess we just have to assume that, Sigourney Weaver in Alien and Aliens as Ellen Ripley, Angelina Jolie as Lara Croft in Tomb Raider, Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor, Linda Carter as Wonder Woman, Uma Thurman in Kill Bill, Mila Jovovich in Resident Evil, Long Kiss Goodnight starring Gina Davis, Demi Moore as G.I. Jane, and Laura Dern in Jurassic Park, just to name a few. They must not count then. I mean, how ignorant and arrogant of her to claim that, she was the first, man. No, clearly she was the first. She was the first, and they just don't count at all. You don't get to just turn up and say these kind of things, completely ignoring actresses who have starred in much better movies than yourself, playing much more significant characters. You have taken a massive shit over your co-stars. Oh man, the fact that Viola Davis just goes, yes, very true. The fuck are they on, man? Jennifer, just because you managed to land a role that was in a somewhat successful franchise doesn't mean that you were the one to set the fucking trend. I actually can't believe that she's come out and said this. And she has come out, I guess, to try and defend herself. In response to all of the comments all over Twitter and social media, she said the following. That's certainly not what I meant to say at all. I know that I am not the only woman who has ever led an action film. What I meant to emphasise was how good it feels, and I meant that with Viola, to blow past these old myths that you hear about the chatter that you would hear about that kind of thing. But it was my blunder and it came out wrong. I had nerves talking to a living legend. Is Viola Davis a living legend? I don't think so. Right, so I've just stopped editing this video because I've just had a look on YouTube and I've seen that the Critical Drinker has taken a snippet from his most recent live stream and put it up on YouTube covering this point. So we're going to react to it as well, just to cover any points that I may have missed regarding this.
Certain people out of the movies, keep certain people in the same positions that they've always been in. I'm sorry, what?
I haven't actually, if this is a news report, I haven't seen this news report.
As well, of all the hills to die on, of all the examples to hold up of fantastic female action heroes, fucking Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games.
Nobody really cares about Katniss anymore.
No.
She's not gonna have an enduring legacy, certain other characters.
I don't know, she doesn't have an endearing one either in my mind.
I'll play devil's advocate. Is there a chance she was born, in a hole somewhere in the desert?
Well, I think that's actually a good point, because, most people, if you're doing something, you kind of experience other things around you. I watch loads of YouTube videos because I think you can learn a lot from other people, and if you watch my stuff, you can definitely sort of pick out the influences or what I watch from what I do, because you kind of imitate what you like. And I don't think she's watched other movies. I genuinely think she just has no idea, she doesn't experience anything, she probably doesn't watch her own stuff, she films them, gets paid, and moves on. And so, this is what she believes. It's
Can we
That's really sad as well, man.
That she's reincarnated and she had actually played all female action previously, and so thus her statement is technically correct.
I don't think we can definitively rule that out.
Yeah, she goes all the way back to Eve. She was just all of women. And so
I just think, because I parodied this in like videos I did on this channel, like making fun of like Captain Marvel and like, oh, thank God we finally got a strong female action hero because we've never had this before. And like going through like the decades and decades of awesome female characters that we've had, and then it was a complete mockery. But then you get something like this where it's like, oh God, they're actually still clinging to that narrative, are they? Like, like before 2012, there wasn't a single decent female-led action movie.
Everybody who argues against this point always goes with like the ones that everybody knows, like Ellen Ripley from Alien. You have Linda Hamilton in Terminator. What about like Gina Davis, Long Kiss Goodnight, Cutthroat Island?
Even Mila Jovovich from the Resident Evil movies, like
right. Fifth Element, that was an action film. Sci-fi action. There's plenty of examples beyond the really famous ones. Like Willow is one of those, and I know we're going to get to Willow, but I mean, Bath Mordo was a bad bitch, right? Like, that was an awesome lead. So was Sorsha.
Like,
I mean, there's plenty of
even in the sword and sorcery genre, you had like Red Sonja, like Bridget Nielsen. You had
you had
Valeria
Grace
from the original Conan movies. Like, you had all kinds of characters like that.
You had Grace Jones, who was both female and black, and she was in Conan the Destroyer.
Yeah, right? She was mildly terrifying.
Yeah, she was awesome.
She'd always find a way to like get rid of this point though. Like anything you mentioned to it, well, they're not actually the lead, they're not the main character. Well, they're just a side character, but they're just in it a lot. Like, the amount of clarifiers she added in there.
It's so narcissistic to think that you're the first generation that pioneered anything, that you're the one who, like, you blazed the trail that everyone else is going to follow. It's like, you did fuck all. Like, you produced a trilogy of movies aimed at, like, 14-year-old girls. It's all just YA novel garbage. Like, nobody looks back on Katniss Everdeen and puts her up there with Ellen Ripley or Sarah Connor or Marion from Raiders.
Damn fucking right.
But it's like just that weird self-important, self-aggrandizing nonsense that you thought we were past that, and apparently we're not.
Feels like a complete backfire because like the first, I would want to tell her. I'd be like, you understand, you look like a clown. Like everyone thinks you don't know about these very famous, very enjoyed, very culturally important movies, and she'd probably be like, I know about that. I'd be like, yeah, but people think you don't now. Like,
yeah.
And to be honest with you, nice disrespect to so many great actresses over the years. Like,
I think there's an element as well of like, Jennifer Lawrence is like not really a thing anymore. Like 4 or 5 years ago when she did Passengers, I think that was the high watermark for her when she got like 20 million, and it's like, okay, that was when she seemed like a bankable star, and that flopped. She's been in like nothing but flops since then, and yeah, she's not really an A-lister anymore, and it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna pretend that like I was this massive influential force in cinema when I really wasn't.
It's even more than that though, because like she's coming from a position of like, this is the only kind of belief system which allows people who are like live the highest life their entire life. These are people who have literally everything, but they can still be oppressed. And she's like, well, I was oppressed. Nobody else had done anything I had, but I'd still managed to overcome everyone else in the industry. And
fuck off.
And it's like, you were literally paid millions for your first role. You've never been excluded from anything, but you still like, no, I'm the one who's been hard done by my entire life. It's.
Does she yell at her vagina at night? You are holding me back!
There you have it, from the words of someone way more drunk and eloquent than myself. I'm just going to film a new outro here. That's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching and for keeping up with the Advent series, honestly. It's been a bit more challenging than I thought it would be, to be honest, uploading every single day. And it's definitely not something I can do long term. Like, if I wasn't working full time, I'd definitely give it a shot. But I simply have way too many other commitments at the moment to even try and attempt it as a long term thing. But I'm more than happy to give it a go for this Advent series. And I am actually having a lot of fun, despite the fact that I'm blazing through my videos and my reactions and all my ideas that would normally last me months in the span of a couple of weeks. But thank you for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you tomorrow for day 10, where we have a guest for the first time in this Advent series. That's all I'm going to say. Catch you tomorrow. Peace.